South African Local Government Association convened the SALGA National Members Assembly to mark the 20-year journey of local government transformation. Convened under the umbrella theme, celebrating and reflecting on the 20-year journey of local government transformation, President of the Republic of South Africa, His Excellency Cyril Ramaphosa, delivered a moving keynote address at the official opening ceremony of the NMA.
As we mark 20 years of democratic local government, there are a number of questions that we must ask ourselves. And some of those questions are, firstly, we must ask ourselves whether local government has been effective in overcoming the injustices of the past. And we can enumerate the injustices. They are plentiful. Secondly, we need to ask ourselves, what progress have we made in improving the quality of life for our citizens through our local government structures? Thirdly, we should ask ourselves whether local government has advanced effective and ethical governance. We could ask ourselves many, many more questions that go to the real heart of the impact that we may or may not have had on the lives of our people.
The next 2 days thematically is really, really exciting. Many of you who have already looked at the program will know that the slogan we take quite seriously and that has been carefully crafted by the leadership of SALGA is celebrating and reflecting on the 20-year journey of local government transformation.
If you want to see the best local government legislation in the Commonwealth, you go to South Africa. If you want to see the best engagement and interaction of different spheres of government, you go to South Africa. If you want to see the best examples of women leadership in local government, you go to South Africa or you go to Rwanda.
The two-day virtual assembly took place with the backdrop of local government, celebrating 20 years since South Africa's first fully democratic municipal elections, which were held on the 5th of December in the year 2000.
I was deployed by the African National Congress to go to Sekhukhune, my home district in that part of the country, to go and basically, unlike my colleague who started with the Regional Services Council institution, to go and study a municipality under a tree.
Remember, it was only probably about 10 to 15 of our municipalities had an existing infrastructure in place. Some municipalities didn't even have a place in which councillors could meet as a chamber.
There was a deracialization of the South African space. Unfortunately, in that process, the black townships remained black.
The purpose of the NMA, amongst others, was to reflect on the 20-year journey of local government transformation since the first democratic local government elections. Reflect on the local government developments since the last NMA held in December 2018.
Communities now have sanitation and clean drinking water, where they were once forced to fend for themselves. Homes have been electrified and streets have been paved in a number of places around our country.
Luckily, in Malahleni, where I was a mayor, public participation halls will be full. Why? Because when they started picketing and doing, we said we had schedules, we consulted, they inputted, we reprioritized, we came back, budget indaba, then council adopt. It's a public document. Where were you?
This was not merely an event, but a sincere recognition of the strides made in affording ordinary South Africans the dignity of services delivered by a forward-thinking and responsive local government.
Developmental local government is local government committed to working with citizens and groups within community to find sustainable ways to meet their social, economic, and material needs and improve the quality of their lives. This is a very articulate summing up of what local government should be doing.
And part of the discussion I think we should have is actually, what does local government do? What is the responsibility of a municipality? Because when we're talking about our municipalities in the public discourse, we're talking about the problem areas.
All around the country, people and communities that were previously unserved now form part of municipalities that have gone through great change, innovation, and have ultimately altered the prospects of future generations for good. Members of the South African Local Government Association are integral in ensuring that the path to progress is paved by an association of municipalities that is at the cutting edge of quality and sustainable services. This is our vision.
I think there are soft victories around the democratization of space, the inscription of new voices, the fact that people can relate almost on a first-name basis with their representatives. It's the only sphere of government where there's direct elections of your representatives.
Some of the problems are systemic. They are not necessarily an establishment or a creation of human beings, but it's how the system integrates with what needs to be done on a day-to-day basis to provide the services and the leadership that we need to do at local municipalities. Quite a number of them have been isolated and have been brought to the fore for us to be able to deal with them and move away from the superficial nature of the discussion which says you are unable to deal with accountability at local government.
Lastly, though the everyday worker may not be lauded and applauded in public spaces, let us take the time right now to give thanks to the ordinary South Africans that make their local spaces extraordinary. You stand firm at the coalface of our democracy, a constitutional pillar reinforcing the need to serve the people.
But part of the reason it is necessary for all of us to remain is to provide support for the ethical, those who do their work with integrity, those who fight corruption within systems.
Every day, when you step into your office, your cubicle, the front desk, or the back office, know that you form part of a support system. Your participation and dedication to local governance will undoubtedly produce. For that, we say thank you.